live by way of low dizzle califizzle all the way down to the dirty, dirty South Nashville, Tennessee. Your host is the multi-billion dizzle fizzle champion. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the Jiu-Jitsu champion, the bizzle fizzle dizzle, Tim Free Dizzle. And your co-host is the big motherfucking dizzle, the big MF Matt Freeman, supporting the guns out today, and they ain't registered. Ladies and gentlemen, tell your wife and kids to shut the fuck up because this is the Inside BJJ Pod Fizzle, mother fizzle.
Nice job, Big MF.
Yo, 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 yo. I'm pumped. Brock Lesnar, Ronda Rousey are back.
Back into
All the marks are crying about it.
Back into the WWE.
Especially these Northern California loser wrestling fans, like marked out media podcast. Those guys are so fucking lame. They have like 50 listeners, and they're the guys telling the stories about what's happening in wrestling. Fucking
well,
lame.
you know, wrestling's a real big deal to a lot of people, and especially the Royal Rumble. That sets up who's going to fight in WrestleMania, which is, what is this, WrestleMania 13,000 now? Which number are we
WrestleMania
on?
1 million. And headlining now are two former UFC champions, Brock Lesnar and Ronda Rousey.
You know, as much as I'd like to hate on both of them, it's a brilliant idea. It's a brilliant marketing game that they're playing, where they use their MMA charisma and star power, and Brock has gone back and forth, which is even more brilliant. Ronda's only gone one way. I doubt she's going to fight again, but she has enough juice now to be a WWE
fight again.
champ.
She made millions and millions of dollars. She beat almost everybody. She had her run. She's done her thing. Now she's doing her thing in pro wrestling.
How badass, though, would a Ronda Rousey MMA comeback be if they pumped her up and they made it like she's coming back, she's fucking pissed, she doesn't like what's going on? The question is could she pull it off? Does she have the testicular fortitude to pull that off?
That is a question that only Ronda Rousey can answer herself. And I would say this: never say never, because money talks and bullshit walks. And a Ronda Rousey comeback is big fucking money.
Oh man, it's gigantic money.
I
It's
highly
huge
fucking
money.
doubt it. I highly doubt it. I think the WWE is paying her very well. And why get back out there and take it again?
Yeah, she's got a lot to lose in that sense. Like, what if she goes out there and lays an egg? You know what I'm saying?
I think she should stick to what she's doing.
And then what goes through your mind when you do go back out there and you lay an egg? Are you like, oh shit, I shouldn't have did this?
I mean, to me, it really shouldn't. It really doesn't fucking. I mean, to everyone else, it matters because people are fucking idiots. But to the person that stepped into the fucking arena and laid it on the line, really doesn't fuck up if they win, lose, or draw. They fucking went out there and did it. There's going to be a winner and there's going to be a fucking loser.
It's prize
The
fight.
bitches talk about it. All the bitches and the pussies, they talk about this shit. The real motherfuckers are the one that's going out there doing it.
Yeah,
the bitches talk about it.
I agree.
Like the marked out media podcast guys, the bitches.
It's like a slow week in the fight world too. I mean, besides WrestleMania going on, I know Ryan Bader retained his heavyweight championship in Bellator, but is anyone paying attention to Bellator at all?
No, but what I'm kind of paying attention to is Chris Brennan's son. He's looking pretty fucking gnarly there.
How old is that kid? What's his record at? Let me look.
I think he's undefeated. He's like 4-5-0 or something like that. But he had I don't know if you saw it, but he had a sweet fucking takedown.
Yeah,
I mean,
what's his name?
Jiu-Jitsu is nice. Boxing's nice. I think it's Luke. Is it Luke?
Yeah, Lucas Brennan. Man, if you're Chris Brennan's son, you better fucking be. You better.
The guy is chiseled, like he's chiseled, and he's doing really well. I'm really impressed with that motherfucker.
That's pretty dope. Yeah,
off the old block.
Skywalker. Yeah, he's 6-0, man. He beat Ben Lugo the other night, right, with an arm triangle. He's got a few submissions. He's got
he can do it all.
4 submissions, couple TKOs. So yeah, that's pretty dope. I mean, Chris Brennan he doesn't even get talked about anymore. He was a really good fighter.
Yeah, in his time, God, he
sure.
goes so far back though that a lot of people just don't remember anymore. But he's a bad motherfucker. He pretty much was one of the first hybrid fighters that could do it all.
I think so. I think Chris was on like episode 45 of the Inside BJJ podcast.
Yeah, he was.
We talked
He
about him quite a bit
was in the
back
earlier
then.
UFCs before
Yeah,
there were rounds.
right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, man, he goes that far back. Holy
King of the
shit.
Cages. He fought in Japan. I mean, he tough dude. Well rounded before guys were well rounded.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Way
Hey,
ahead of his time and a very good friend of the Gracie Academy.
oh yeah, they get along real tight. All the OG guys that were back training with the Gracies back in the day, none of them are like
The
actually
Laymans,
with
the
them anymore.
Brennans,
Yeah,
all those guys.
they're gone. Dude, I went to another wrestling tournament over the weekend, and for my son, do you remember when we used to talk to Ernest way back in the day, and he would talk about how dirty and disgusting wrestlers are, and how
Yeah.
it's just like a bunch of like just a very odd, interesting culture. I am getting an education in that, 100% education in it, and one of the dudes that I saw a couple weeks back reappeared at the tournament last weekend, and he was doing heavy mic work. He kept getting on the auditorium microphone and threatening to stop the event if everyone didn't go take a seat, because he didn't like how people were lining. You know how it is, man. People line up around the mats to watch the matches, and then the people sitting down can't see, and they complain. This guy got on the
Wah.
this guy, he's a little dude too. He got on the mic and he's like, I'm going to stop this event right now. He's got a heavy country accent too. I'm going to stop this event right now. Let's all y'all sit down. And then he started, like going, sit down, sit down, sit down. And then he started pointing at people going, you sit down, you sit down, lady over there, you sit down off the wall. I'm stopping the mats. The problem is nobody listened to him. Absolutely nobody listened to him. And then this big, like fat trucker country guy just screamed as loud as he could without a mic. And he said, I'm going to stop the whole thing unless y'all sit down. And then people went and sat down for about 4 minutes, got right back up again. Wrestlers, though, man, it's like a weird breed of person, dude. They're disgusting. It's like a bunch of 15-year-old kids that reek of staph infection and
I mean, they're wrestling,
ringworm.
oil checking, and not washing their
Oh
hands.
man. They wear their shoes all over the mats in the bathroom. Everyone wears their shoes everywhere at wrestling. Like there's no
It's
hygiene
ringworm city.
at all. 100%. But it's pretty funny to watch, man. It's like a bunch of mongrel coaches coaching a bunch of mongrel kids, man. Mine just happens to be one of them.
It's funny. See, every time a bunch of wrestlers come into a jiu-jitsu spot, the ringworm gets spread around all over the
Oh man,
place.
every goddamn time. I've never had, especially if they got their shoes, man. The shoes, that's the kiss of death, man. If you let wrestlers wear your shoes into your gym, you're fucked. Speaking of shoes, man, I had to get some new shoes because I went out to a very fancy restaurant that Big MF would like. I think you'd be intrigued by this restaurant. It's called House of Cards, and
Okay.
it's a magic restaurant. It's where they do I know, right? You're gonna give it like, yeah, okay, all right, yeah,
Yeah, I know a magic trick.
yeah, right, exactly. So, this place is like downtown Nashville, real hard to find, and they do it on purpose. Like they make it like there's no
You got to
sign out
see. The
front
thing is, you have to be a little bit magical to even find the place.
to even find it.
You have to know a little bit of
Absolutely.
magic just to get there.
And they want you in full regalia. They have a very strict dress code. They want you with a collared
What's
shirt.
regalia?
Regalia is like all the apparel, the way you look, the way the lights are, the way everything's all set up. That's how they have it. They're very into the setting in the mood. You know what
That's
I
your
mean?
gear. Then you got to come in there full gear.
You got to go in full gear. I went in full gear and with psilocybin in my system because I figured if I'm gonna go,
Oh, that's good.
I figured if I'm gonna go to a magic show, I'm gonna have
It's
some
going to be
magic.
really magic.
I'm gonna bring the magic. Yeah. So when you walk into this place, you would have loved it, dude. You go downstairs, and the first thing is like heavy Freemasonry imagery, like hardcore, man. It kind of gets in your head a little bit. You're like, oh shit, like they're letting you know you're coming somewhere like esoteric where there's magic. So you get inside. It's very dark. There's lots of red curtains everywhere. And everyone that works at this fucking place is in on it. It's like they're all weird. You know how people that are into magic, like who do you know that's into magic that's not fucking weird? Like every single one of them, right? You're
Bunch of
either a
perverts.
famous magician. Yeah, you are. They are perverts. I want to circle back to that because I got a really funny story. They're famous magicians or they're fucking losers, right? They're doing like party magic. They're doing
Never
table
get laid.
never get laid. So we're there, man. Everyone's into magic. The place is all like fucking set up, man. Everyone's fancy. And you learn a lot about people by the way they dress up. You know what I mean? You got the guys that have like their church clothes on. You could tell they just, it's like what they wear at church. And you got the guys that have like their work clothes on. Just like what they wear to work. They just wore it to
Yeah.
dinner. You know what I'm saying?
You're not getting in unless you wear your magic clothes.
You got to have like serious magic stuff going on.
So what happens if you go in like jeans and a t-shirt?
I think they won't let you in. I don't know, man. I really don't know, but the vibe is kind of like you remember the haunted house at Disneyland, like the OG
Yes.
ride.
Yes.
It's got a theme like that, but it's got some like Freemasonry and Twin Peaks like weird
Huh.
shit mixed in.
Wow.
Yeah,
Secret
very.
handshakes.
Yeah, it gives you that vibe. The creepiest of all of it, and the funniest though, is that after you eat your dinner, they encourage you to walk around, and there's magicians just like sitting at tables and they're doing table magic. You could just walk up at any time and they're just doing magic, and there's groups of people watching them do magic. But there's one in particular who's using his magic to pick up on girls, right? So these girls are
I like it.
tipsy and he's doing magic. And as he does magic, he has to touch them and put his hand on their wrist and gaze into their eyes. And everyone's like, this is cheesy. This isn't going to work. This is dumb. This is lame.
Hey man, don't count anybody out.
No, I'm not going to count him out because I'm going to tell you what kind of gangster move he pulled. He ended up getting one of these drunk chicks to go home with him. And
All a part of the magic.
and her reasoning was that she's never had sex with a magician before.
Man.
She
Hey,
said, "What if he pulls a card out of my ass? How awesome would that be?"
That's like my kind of girl.
He told her he wanted to go play naked twister with her. And she was down. And she had some married friends there, and they were like, "We're just gonna go watch. We're not gonna partake because we're married, but we're gonna go watch them do it."
How much you want to bet that they didn't just watch?
Dude, who is this guy? And then this guy acted all bothered. He's like, "Well, you need to hurry up and make up your mind because I gotta
Watch me pull a rabbit out of my ass.
Yeah, right. It was pretty fucking funny, dude. It was one of the funnier, weird things that I've ever seen in my life. Like this magician guy is pulling tail at the fucking House of Cards magic show. And the thing about Nashville, where it's at, is Nashville's all country music. Look, if you can't play a guitar, you ain't shit out here. Like nobody wants to fucking hear you. They don't want you. Better fucking play a guitar and sing, and it better be about horses and cowboys and girls in America, and churches and bars, and anything. If you're a magician here, dude, you're fucked. Except for this one place, because this is your domain. It's underground, hidden out, and there ain't no fucking country music in there, man. There's no guitars, there's no cowboys, and there's no cowboy hats, man. This is for magicians only. That's pretty funny, man. I'm gonna take you out there when you come out, man.
Yeah, let's think of some magic tricks.
I'm
Let's leave the sand away from the beach and let's learn some magic. You know the code legs are trying to talk to you right now.
Yeah, I need to
Let's
really
work
get
on a
into
couple of
magic.
magic tricks. Let's bring some drinks.
Bring some
And
drinks.
let's play some Twister.
Play some Twister, man. You want to play some Twister?
We're just gonna watch. We're not gonna participate.
Listen. I was just watching. Some other famous.
I didn't know they were gonna make me do it.
I couldn't get it up. I was just watching. Yeah, man. So, hey, I want to remind our listeners real quick that Knuckle Mania 2 is right around the corner. It features Mike Perry versus Julian Lane. That is the middleweight main event. It is on February 19th in Hollywood, Florida. You can check it out live if you're in the area, or you can go to watch.bareknuckle.tv. sign up. Their subscription there is $4.99 a month. That's $4.99 a month. You get access to Knucklemania, all the live events, unlimited on demand to all the previous fights. You get to watch the pre-event press briefings and full library. And you know what's pretty cool is like you get to see a lot of guys that were MMA stars. They're really tough fighters. But there's not a lot of the fucking dumb bullshit that surrounds all the UFC stuff now. It's just a bunch of dudes wanting to bust each other up. So make sure you check them out. Go to
Hey, listen.
watch.bareknuckle.tv.
I watched last night, or Saturday night, I should say, the bare knuckle fights, and I'm gonna say 100% this gets the Big MF approval. It was one of the best pay-per-views that I've watched in a long time. Motherfuckers are banging. They're going for it. If you like action, you like knockouts, you like guys going for the finish, you'll love Bare Knuckle TV for $4.99 a month. It's more than worth it. Alan Belcher last night looks like a fucking beast. I don't know what kind of vitamins he's taking, but he's bigger and stronger than fucking ever. He fucking destroyed fucking O'Bannon. Great fights. The one fight I want to talk about though was the first fight on the prelims. Was these two little Mexicans, Diaz and Inclan. It was everything that I liked in the fight because they were banging, taunting, cussing each other, cheating, throwing late hits after the bell. Fought all the way to the very fucking end till the one dude, Inclan, could hardly even fucking stand. And Diaz, got the W, but it was one hell of a banger.
How many rounds did those fights go?
They're 5 2-minute rounds. And the illusion is, well, they're 2-minute rounds, but you end up throwing so many goddamn punches in those 2 fucking minutes that you could gas in the first fucking round.
Right. Yeah, it's pretty interesting, and it's rapid punching, right? It's like street fight punching.
Man,
It's not.
I really think that I could do good in that.
You think you could bare knuckle box?
Yeah, I do.
Well, how do you get a bare knuckle fight? Like, what do you do?
I'm working on it. Well, you get to know a promoter, you get them to sponsor your podcast, you build a relationship, and then and hopefully you get a bare knuckle fight. They got tryouts. They had, remember Mark Matthews, the tattoo artist?
Yeah.
He made they had tryouts in Florida, and he actually made it, but then he got COVID.
Oh shit! Yeah.
So I'm looking for the next tryouts.
I feel like you shouldn't have to try out. I feel like you should just be able to
I'm trying. I'm hoping sometime this year the Big MF gets a bare knuckle fight.
Yeah, that'd be really cool to see. Yeah, I'd like to watch that. How are you going to train for it? Just put the gloves on, I guess?
Dude, I think anybody that's going to train bare knuckle is fucking crazy. Like I don't think. Well, let me take that back. I don't think you should spar bare knuckle. Like full on sparring bare knuckle, you're gonna get banged up. But I think that you should hit the bag more bare knuckle. You should do mitts more bare knuckle and
toughen your hands up.
Well, and then work on like how hard to throw without hurting your hands, but was still doing damage.
Oh, sure, I see what you're saying. I guess that's one of the major problems is that if you throw with all your force with a closed fist on a big fucking head, there's a high likelihood you're gonna break your hand.
Yeah, so I think that fucking the Diaz high volume peppers are better in bare knuckle than the fucking power shots.
Can you slap? Open hand slap? That's cool.
Slap. And there's 2 parts. There's the outside shit and there's the inside getting into the clinch. And I think the other part is you get the clinch, creating a little bit of space to throw a punch.
You can punch while you clinch too, right?
You can punch while you clinch.
No elbows though.
No elbows, but they'll let you fight in the clinch a lot more than they will in boxing.
Yeah, okay. Well, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, boxing clinching is usually just stalling. It's just like stall after stall after stall.
Here's my plan. This is my plan for bare knuckle.
Let's hear it.
I talked to Julian Lane, and unfortunately, I just got nailed with COVID. I was gonna try to get down to I just barely got over it. I was gonna try to get down to Vegas and do a little sparring with Julian. So after the Perry fight, when he's back in Vegas training, I'm gonna go down there for sparring. And if he beats the living fuck out of me and he destroys me, knocks me out, I'm probably going to say, you know what? I'm too old, don't have any more. If I walk out on my own 2 feet and I don't die and maybe do okay, then I'm going to move forward. That's my plan.
That's a sound plan. I like that plan. I mean, what else are you going to do? Are you going to try to get ready for that though? To go do
Yeah,
that?
I'm gonna get ready for that. Definitely. Yeah, for
You're going to
sure.
you're going to start drinking light beer and smoking filtered
Well,
cigarettes.
right now, I'm not drinking light yet.
You're drinking regular,
I've
regular.
quit smoking.
Okay, that's
I'm
good.
gonna cut the beer way back. Get back on the. I was real man. Before I got COVID, I was fucking doing good, bro. I was fucking on it.
Yeah,
But I've
it
recovered
happens,
from the
man.
COVID.
COVID
Uh,
fucks you up, man. It's hard to get back after you had it. It's hard to get back onto the cardio side of it. It feels like it kind of fucks your lungs up for a
yeah,
little
I'm
bit.
getting that back together. I just bought a pro wrestling ring. I'm putting it in my spot. I got my partners Isaac De Jesus, Anthony Garcia. I'm looking. There's a couple of potential pro wrestlers that I'm going to have teaching. Right now, I got my homies CJ Dirt and Michael Sean. I'm
Nice.
going to roll with. They're my boys.
Yeah.
I'm talking to some other bigger names, for the pro wrestling side of it.
Yeah.
Um, Anthony Anthony Garcia wants to do some bare knuckle, so we're going to be training partners. We're opening up the pretty soon. We're going to be opening up the 209 Dragons Den Academy.
You should let Anthony punch you in the face bare knuckle.
Yeah, no, that wouldn't be very wise. But it's one of the very good sparring partner.
He's a tough guy. He's a real tough guy. Real tough. That's
So we'll
cool,
see how
man.
this goes.
Yeah, dude. What else are you gonna do, man? You put your shit out there and see what happens. That's the way the game works. Um, did you see that Tyson Fury signed on to fight this dude Dylan White? Check that out.
No, I
Dylan
didn't.
White's like the only he is kind of like the highest ranked contender that hasn't fought for the belt yet, more or less. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, dude, hit the promoter that got that Fury's co-promoter, his name's Frank Warren. They had to bid $41 million, dude, to carry that fight. Isn't that wild? 41
Man.
mil, man. That's how much money still. It's weird because boxing, they just do it event by event. They don't have it planned out, multiple events. Just like one event.
Not like the UFC.
Not at all. They're just like, let's raise the money for this event and let's make money on this event. And like, don't worry about tomorrow. But
Because
I
there's
think
not
that's what
one organization monopolizing it. There's just different promoters.
but is it a monopoly? It's like
The
I don't.
UFC? I think
Yeah,
so.
I,
I don't
how,
know, man. I don't know. What the fuck? What do you think?
I don't know. I think it cuts both ways. I think if you do it like boxing is doing it, then you have like 14 world champions, and it's like who's the fucking champ? Like you don't know. There's all these organizations. Then you got guys that won't fight each other because they're under different promotional
True.
contracts and shit. So I get that part of it. Like having the promotion be the main platform makes sense. The problem is that these guys aren't getting paid enough and they're getting pissed. And I think they're starting to realize, hey, I could leave the UFC and go get a big money one off fight with fucking, some YouTube boxing guy or some other bullshit.
Jake Paul.
Yeah, make a bunch of money instead of fighting for Uncle Dana, like signing 3 fights not that they're not getting paid, but it's like, damn, dude.
I'm surprised that Dana is still in the position that he's in. I'm
I'm
surprised he hasn't blown it and gotten canceled.
I don't, dude. You know what I think? I think it's a testament, really. And I know people love to hate on Dana, but I think it's a testament to how goddamn important and effective he is to that company. Because when WME took the UFC over, if Dana wasn't up to speed, they would have bounced him on his ass a long time ago. He was the one key person that they kept in place.
But what's funny is how I feel like Jake Paul and his trolling is getting the better of Dana right now.
Yeah, because he's younger and he's
And
and he's from another platform.
it,
Just how
it
it works.
I've been so impressed with Jake Paul, and the last move he did is even more impressive, where they bought stock in the UFC company, and they're encouraging more people to buy stock into the UFC company and push them as stockholders to pay the fighters more. Like that's a very good troll right there.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you could buy enough stock, you could really make some changes, but I doubt that they'll be able to get to that level. But it is interesting, man. I don't, the thing about fighter pay is this. is all we know is what the contracted rate is. They don't say what the backroom bonus breakdowns are or anything. So you
True.
don't know. So Francis goes, I'm only getting 500 grand. But what if he's getting 5 million behind the scenes and we don't know it? Like, and then how much should he get per fight?
Well, I mean,
50
but if he
million?
was, why would he be causing these problems?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe because you can. Maybe he has other issues. Or maybe it's just contract negotiation gamesmanship and he's trying to get as much as he
Well,
can.
he's playing a real tricky game right now because the big money fight is John Jones. And
Yeah.
I'm sure that, you get when you're fighting John Jones or even Francis, you got to get a percentage of the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
So he's playing hardball, but he might miss that fight altogether. That's a huge money fight.
Yeah, and one of the things about John Jones is I was reading an article about him on ESPN that was written by Mark Raimondi, and he was talking about how Jones was gonna go to Anaheim to watch the 270 UFC 270, and then he didn't. And he called the reporter and he said, Brett Okamoto in a text message, he said, right now I'm on a perfect training routine and I don't want to disturb it for anything. And he said there's no need to flatter these big boys, excited to get the job done when it's time. And then John took to Twitter and said, at the end of the day, I'm fucking them both up.
Well, yeah, if you watch that fight, if those two guys showed up like that against John Jones, they're fucking dead.
They're gone, dude. Look,
Especially a John Jones who's been in preparation all this fucking time.
yeah, and we really haven't seen a weak John Jones. We've seen a not so great performances out of him, but damn, dude, he's such a dynamic, great fight. He's the best of all time. I don't know, like, why we even talk about other people. Jones is the best. Like, who's better than John Jones? Give me one person that's
Nobody.
better.
But
Nobody.
I hope that he's smart and he realizes what brought him to the dance. And I hope he comes into like this fight on all the other fights. I hope he messes around with strippers, does cocaine, does a little bit of drinking. Because that's why he's great.
That's how he got
Quit
there.
doing that shit, then what's he got? Then he's somebody
Right.
different now. He's not John Jones.
I feel like where John Jones gets fucked up is when he is fighting with his girl and when he is out driving. Like, keep him out of the car. Like, have somebody else drive for him. You know what I mean? You're on mute, big boy.
Well, I think he needs to drive. He needs to smash. He needs to rear end people. He needs to do hit and runs. It's what makes him great. That's what
I got you.
fuels the beast inside of John Jones.
Yeah, you got to put him out on the road with a bunch of pregnant women.
More
Let him have it.
DUIs, more car crashes, more fights with the police, more incident. That's what makes him great.
Yeah, you're right. He should come in with a full party entourage, like just roll into Vegas, just being wild and fucking go in there and kick some ass in the heavyweight division. I think he's going to do it. I really do. I think he's got all the
I don't
tools to do
know.
it.
I mean, it just depends. I think if an uninjured Francis shows up, that's a scary motherfucker.
Yeah, but does he have the skills to beat John Jones? That's the question.
I mean, I think Francis just has to put one hand on your face and he beats you.
I don't know about that, dude. Not
He's
John
got that kind
Jones.
of power. One punch, he lands it, you're done.
Oh man,
He's
you
got
think
dynamite in
so?
his fucking hands.
Yeah, he does. Speaking of another guy that has dynamite in his hands, have you seen this video of Don Fry punching a fan at UFC 270?
No.
Check this out, man. Let me cue this up here.
I'm dying to see this though.
Yeah, it's real good, dude. Let me cue it up real quick. Yeah, I don't know exactly what the backstory is, but apparently Don Fry got in some kind of beef with a fan. I think the fan tried to grab his hat or something, and Don smacked him. Let me pull it up here. This is from TMZ's YouTube page here. Let's see. Here we go. Let's pull up a share. All right, let's go.
They touched his hat.
I think so. Check this out.
You better sit down, son. This guy looks like he's taller.
Oh, popping. Wow, let's watch that again. Look at this. They're talking.
Oh,
Guy says something.
bare knuckle.
Boom. Pops him with the right hand. Fucking A. One more time. Boom.
John Jones has won more fights than Dylan Dennis.
Wow. That was awesome. That
That
was
is
great.
Don Fry. Wow. So there's the thing. You don't spit against the wind. You don't tug on Superman's cape, and you don't fuck with Don Fry's hat.
No,
You dumb motherfucker.
that's a major no-no. You got to know that. You don't touch another man's hat.
You just won a stupid prize, especially Don Fry. What do you think is going to happen? You fuck with Don Fry's hat. What do you think he's going to do?
Yeah, Don Fry's going to whoop your ass. He popped him right in the face. You know, one of the coolest moments of my life was one time I was in San Jose, and I think they were doing Gracie Worlds or Nationals there. And there was some fighters there, but they were promoting something else. I don't know what the hell they were promoting. And I went downstairs in this bar with my wife. We were going to try to watch the fights that night. And I think that was the night. I'm not exact, but I think that's when Tim Kennedy fought Hodger Gracie in like
Oh.
Strike Force. Was it Strike Force where they fought or Bellator?
No, I think Tim Kennedy fought Hodger in the UFC.
They fought in the UFC?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Hold on. It wasn't then.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I think.
Let me check it out. I'm gonna find out who it was. But anyway, we were there and we were. Oh yeah, he did fight him in the UFC. Yeah, that's wrong. He must have been fighting someone else. You know who I think it was? I think it was Keith Jardine, and I think that Hodger won that fight. But anyway, Don Fry was at the restaurant downstairs, the bar, and I got to meet him, shake his hand, and say what's up to him, and that was pretty fucking dope. It's like, damn, this is Don Fry. That guy's big in real life, dude. His hands are gigantic. I would not want him to punch me in the face. That would hurt
way
bad.
back in the day, he came on the podcast when we were at the Gracie Worlds, and I stood next to him, and I did kind of nudge his hat with my shoulder a little bit, and he didn't square off on me or nothing.
No, he well, real recognizes real. You know what I mean?
I think these knuckles, you know what I'm saying, and Don Fry's knuckles.
Yeah.
I like my chances.
Yeah, you probably I like him too. You got a little bit of a Don Fry look going on right now, to be quite honest with you.
No, I love Don Fry. One of the best fights ever is, to me, in the top 10, Don Fry, Tank Abbott.
Oh yeah, I think so. Is that the one where Tank said he got caught in a silly little foot submission or something like that? No, that was a different one.
No, he got caught in a rear naked. He was basically beating the living shit out of Don Fry, and somehow he tripped. Don Fry got his back, choked him out.
Don Fry was a very dynamic fighter. Like, he could wrestle. He had good hands. He was tough, man. He was a real tough. He was like an old school tough motherfucker, dude. Like, not playing around, dude. Beat your head in, man. Yeah, so it was kind of funny to see him pop a fan, dude. Like, fuck you.
Yeah, man, you don't fuck with Don Fry.
Not at any level, man. Not at all. Did you see this? Like, these wrestling dudes who fucking got into a fight during like a college style wrestling match.
No,
I'm gonna show you this shit, dude. It was fucking crazy. This was from World Star, which is pretty great. Let me pull it up. Yeah, these two guys, they're wrestling, and it looks like they're in Europe or like in Russia, or where all the crazy shit pops off. And they went at it pretty hardcore. I'm gonna pull this up so you can watch this. This is pretty dope. And so they were getting after it. And then the thing that got me is how these guys just, and you'll see, man, they just start swinging and they don't fucking care, man. Like, they're just swinging, dude. Like, no regard for anything or anyone. Here we go.
Oh my God. Bare knuckle. Jesus.
Look at this.
You can hear that shit. It's like there's nobody there either to watch it. A bunch of whistles going off, like that's gonna stop them. They're blowing the whistle.
Yeah, they blew a whistle. How long does it take for the whistle?
You got fucking Too Short blowing a whistle and rapping.
Let me see. Hold on one more time.
Blow the whistle.
1 second. Again, 2 whistles, 3 whistles. Oh, he's harping on the whistle. Where's that fucker at? Whoever's blowing the whistle is like hiding under the table, afraid. Just blaring on the whistle as hard as they can, hyperventilating. While the
I
real
wonder
man,
why they started bombing on each other.
uh,
Oil check. That's what it was.
you know what? There's a lot of Matt Freeman clubbing your head in wrestling, like over aggressive club striking. And every once in a while, you'll see two guys start cracking each other back and forth, and it gets more violent and more violent until one of them is like "fuck you" and throws a punch, more or
Wham.
less. That's pretty much what it breaks down to. That's what most wrestling fights seem like they are, right? They're not like
I never seen wrestlers fight like that before.
they were throwing bombs, huh? They were like throwing hard. they
I
they
mean,
were throwing to put someone out.
trying to, but they're a little stiff wrestling punches, but nevertheless, they were
Yeah,
throwing them.
surprising that neither of them went for a double leg during
I
that.
know, right?
You got
During
two
that
fucking
scrimmage,
wrestlers here.
they forgot about their wrestling, bro, and was trying to kill each other.
You got two guys that are masterful wrestlers.
The guy should have shot off one of the punches, took him down, and
No
smashed his
shit.
face in.
No shit, man. That would have been the move right there. Like,
These guys got to fight, so someone's got to sign that fight.
yeah, put him on the same card with little Hezbollah and that other dude he's always squaring up against. Boy, they're really milking it too, man. That Hezbollah dude has a square up with that other dude all the time. There seems to be 55 videos online of those guys.
Yeah, I'm not impressed with this little motherfucker.
He got his 15 minutes, huh? They need to push him
I
aside
mean,
now.
I'll kick
Get
him
someone
right.
a little taller in there.
I'm pretty sure I'd beat his ass.
You think so? What if he whooped
Kick
you?
him
Though?
right in the fucking face.
How
Fuck
hard?
him.
How, what about a midget Hezbollah tossing contest? You could throw him the farthest.
Hezbollah is the new. He's the new Joe C.
Oh man, that's good, dude.
He's gonna be going on tour with Kid Rock next.
Yeah, Kid Rock is making quite a splash as an American now. Like he's super pro-American. I think he's just
Oh yeah,
staying relevant.
he's a real. It's funny how much hate you could generate by being pro-America now. If you're pro-Constitution, if you're pro-free speech, you're an idiot. You're a racist. You're a fucking moron.
Yeah, yeah. You know, hey, dude. You know what's crazy though? You know how like fucking Neil Young
Keep on rocking in the free world.
pulled his music off Spotify, and then Joni
Well,
Mitchell.
it's like, okay, he has one song. He has one, and
Right.
all the songs he wrote, they all suck. There's
Yeah.
one good song, and it's
Yeah.
"Keep on rocking in the free world."
And you know what?
That's
He
the only part of the song
trash.
I know.
He's no good.
But other than that,
They
who
act
said
like he's
I'm
special because he can play a harmonica and the guitar at the same time. It's like, who cares?
I'm not going to listen to Spotify because Neil Diamond is gone? Said no one ever.
Yeah. Well, apparently a few other not really well-known artists have bitched and moaned, and now
Bye.
Spotify has made a public statement that they are committed to fighting disinformation and blah 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 blah. I'm just curious how this all shakes out because they have $100 million contract.
Disinformation. What they call disinformation is what I call free speech, motherfucker.
Yeah, well, not in times like this. We should be able to limit free speech.
Oh, because you might catch a flu named COVID.
You better be careful. You're going to get us canceled off YouTube.
I just got over COVID.
I know. It's pretty crazy. You know what's crazy to me is like everyone's masked up. Put your mask on. Take your vaccines.
Shut the fuck up.
Take your boosters. Take all that shit. Social distance. Stay away. But everyone's still getting fucking COVID.
Well, it's because the reason why that's happening is because the people who got vaccinated are getting it because the people who didn't get vaccinated.
Yeah.
It's like,
okay.
man, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I took a polio vaccine, right? And if I'm around someone that's got polio, I'm not going to get fucking polio.
No, you're
vaccinated.
Not.
maybe I'm not the dumb one here. Maybe when they're like, well, you got the vaccine, but you still got COVID. You're just not going to get as sick. I've seen some motherfuckers who have their vaccines, who had all their boosters, get COVID, get sick as fuck.
Yeah.
And it's so somewhere along the line, something just ain't fucking adding up here, people.
Yeah, I know. It's lame is what it is, but whatever. You know, it's just goofy. It's stupid. I'm so sick of it. It's been such a disruption.
Let's all wear a mask and let's all let's all just comply and do what makes other people feel good.
And I feel like, out here, dude, it's so much different. It's like the clock has been rewound. It's not the same. People are not the same. They don't act that way. And you realize, like, when you're in California, especially if you're in Southern California and especially the Bay Area. I love all my Bay Area friends, but they've all turned into punk ass mark bitches, dude. Like, all these people that were fight the man, fight the government, free speech, do your thing, let your freak flag fly, be you, live and let live, blah, blah, blah. Now they're like, I'm pro government censorship. I believe in big pharma. I think you should listen to all the people on the TV. The news knows everything. It's like, what the fuck happened to you guys, man? You all got fucking mass hypnotized by a bunch of bullshit artists. It's insanity.
Big Pharma would never tell a lie to the American people.
You
They
know
would
what?
never push anything for a profit. Never. It would never happen.
Here's the thing. Stockton has a lot of bullshit, and there's a lot of things about Stockton I hate, but Stockton keeps it real. Like, the Stockton's so much different than the rest of the cities in California when it comes to all this chicken shit stuff. It's like immediately the people in Stockton are like, "This is some bullshit. We don't want to play this game. Like, this is lame." Everyone's on the hustle. They don't fucking care about some fake bullshit stuff, man. It's so stupid. Okay, now I'm off of that. Hey, dude,
Canceled.
I got Jeremiah Vance coming out to 10th Planet Stockton March 5th. This guy is a fucking wild man, dude. Have you seen his crazy ass submissions that he hits? Like, he's fucking dope, dude.
He's on the heifer. He's probably the shrooms, or man, he's probably on the peyote.
The peyote. Yeah, if you could get your hands on it, it's good. I'm going to show you a really dope fucking submission Jeremiah Vance. I don't even know what the hell it's called, dude. It's just like some crazy sub, man. Let me show you this. There's 3 brutal submissions that I want to show you, dude. They're really dope. So he's coming out Stockton on March 5th. And then I got the head coach of 10th Planet Austin, the head instructor there, Gabe Tuttle's coming out to Nashville on March 19th. Is it 19th? Yeah, March 19th. So got a lot of cool shit going on. Let me show you this video of Jeremiah Vance, dude. Check out this submission. And I want to know how Big MF would get out of this sub if he could. Check this out.
I'll give you the breakdown. That's Jeremiah Vance right there getting loose.
Showing, flashing 10p, slapping hands.
Pulling guard.
Check this out from bottom. He's going to set up the buggy choke. Watch
this.
This
is so weird. Oh my god.
Look at this. This guy don't even know what the fuck's happening. He about to go. He put his ass to sleep. Good night.
Let's see. Let's watch it again. How would I get out of this?
You want to watch this again?
Just want to see how. Okay.
Yeah. Let me go back. All right. So here it is. He's on bottom. Jeremiah's on bottom. He lets the guy pass his guard, and now he puts him in the buggy choke.
He needed to stand up immediately.
Stand up.
Gotta do more deadlift. Stand up and slam him.
Stand up and slam. Here we go again. Jeremiah's on bottom.
Sweeps goes for the leg.
Oh, this is just like a heel rip. Ooh, look at that. Oh my god. Watch this. This is a David Mitchell special.
David Mitchell.
Get that hamstring. Coming up on a hamstring slice.
He should have rolled out of bounds.
Now check this one out. This is the wild one, man. He's got a triangle or a rubber guard. Guy slams him.
No, I'm going to tell you, he fucked up on that slam. He should have got him up higher.
Now Jeremiah's got an underhook with the leg. And dude's going to try to hop over. And watch what happens to him.
Go.
Now just keep watching. This is the most fucked up thing I've ever seen in my life happen to somebody in Jiu-Jitsu.
God, what the fuck?
Look at this shit. Look at that guy's leg. Look at him. He's going to rip his taint, dude.
Forget about it. I would have, man, I had a tapped way before I got to that.
Look at this.
Come on, brother. Oh, my God.
Guy just laid down. Look at him.
Jesus. Why did he wait so long to tap?
I don't know. He probably was,
Fuck that.
dude, this is why. You're getting ready for Fight to Win. You're pumped up for it a few weeks in advance. You're fighting Jeremiah Vance. You're selling tickets. Everyone in your academy's coming. Your family's getting a table. Everyone's rocking out with their cock out. It's Fight to Win, motherfucker. It's Friday night. It's rock music and grappling and smoke and Seth and all this good shit. And you go down there, and in 14 seconds later, some guy's got you eating out of your own asshole in some crazy fucking submission. The last thing you want to do is tap. You're praying to God that Elio Gracie looks down and blows some fucking magical jiu-jitsu dust on
Let
your
me ask you a
asshole that
question
you're about
though.
to take a bite out of.
Do any of those subs pass the Alio filter?
No, not one of them does. Zero. He would not do any of those submissions ever.
What,
I
what
doubt
you
it.
got to do to fight that guy is you got to do a bunch of deadlifts, a bunch of power cleans, a bunch of clean and jerks, and you got to be ready to throw him up in the air quick. Not just that little. The guy did a baby slam. You got to get him up fucking high and really
Yeah.
slam him like a pro wrestler does.
If you're gonna slam, you gotta fucking slam,
You
right?
got to. You can't get him this high off the ground. You got to throw that motherfucker up and throw him back down. That's how you fucking do it.
Yeah, 100%, dude. You ever see the video of Gio Martinez slamming Jeff Glover?
That's how you slam a motherfucker.
Let's see if I can find that clip. That was a dope clip, man.
Who
Yeah,
was the
he's
homeboy that I slammed that one time and almost got DQ'd?
Chris Vickers.
You saved Chris Vickers' life that day because I had him up, and right before I slammed him, you looked at me and said, "No, no, 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 no." I still slammed him, but I let
Yeah.
up like this much on my slam.
And Chris is such a cool dude too, man, which is so funny. Check this out. This is Gio Martinez and Jeff Glover, 2015 ADCC. Gio's coming up on the
Here's the
top.
rough one.
Jeff is on bottom. Ref gonna reset him. And pretty quickly, I think Gio gets put in a triangle. Let's see. Jeff is opening his guard. Jeff's got such a weird guard, dude, and he wrestles in like a wife beater. Here it is. Jeff is on the arm, on the leg. Where's the fucking slam?
Oh, what happened? Oh,
Oh, he got kicked in the nuts.
shot in the jewels.
First, Gio kicked him in the nuts.
That's also a good technique. Gio's playing dirty, kicking in the nuts, slamming out of triangles.
Here we go. In the triangle.
That's tough on your lower back.
Picks him up
Man,
as high as he could get him. Look at
that's
this.
how you do it.
Oh, fuck, dude.
That was a very
Look at that, man.
forward.
That's coming from a guy. Gio and Boogie watch WWE. They love it. They're big time into it. So there's
Got
look how
to
high he
hook
lifts him.
the leg.
Here it is. Look at this. Up, and then Gio gets him all the way up. Boom. What a great job. And he passed guard. Nice job, Gio. I mean, if you're gonna, I don't condone slamming just for
I
any
do.
reason, but if you're gonna slam, that's the way to do it, right?
You got to train that shit.
Oh, I agree with you. You do got to
He
train.
could have even threw him up a little bit more before he brought him back down.
I liked how he got his hands kind of in front of his face too, like
You got to get an extra. Oh, it's like, whoa.
like a
Boom.
flying axe handle smash right to the face, man. That's the way to do it, dude. That's 100%. If you're gonna slam, you got to slam with full authority. And if you're gonna cheat, you got to fucking cheat. Like own that shit and cheat. If you're gonna cheat, I think one of the best things you could do is do an illegal strike to the nuts. Because everyone's gonna let it go because it happens all the time. You're gonna get a break. You're gonna get to
Accident.
breathe. The other person's gonna be in pain. It's not gonna feel good anymore, right? You put an eye poke, and a nut shot. Those are two techniques that these guys need to be practicing these things and training them so they could pull it off at a moment's notice. At a moment's notice, I need to be able to poke you in your eye and get a 5-minute break and take the whole. You know what I mean? Like I need to be able to do that. I also need to be able to fake like you poked me in the eye and you kicked me in the nuts. Those are like those baseball hitters. They couldn't hit worth shit, but they were masters at getting hit by the pitcher and they get on base all the time.
Yeah, you got
That's
to.
what you gotta
Those
do.
are good techniques to work on if you're a fighter or a jiu-jitsu player. Act like you got poked in the eye, get a timeout. Act like you got kicked in the nuts, get a timeout, get a breather. You got to think about that shit. Like if you're losing a fight, kick him in the nuts, get a breather. poke the eye, get a breather. Those are things you got to think about.
Yeah, they're all things that can be the difference between you winning and losing. I'd like to see if there's stats kept on who has done the most nut kicks and who has done the most eye pokes.
Ask Dwayne.
Dwayne, he probably know. Hey, I saw TJ's planning on trying to come back in the summer. You know, he had the knee surgery, and he said the recovery's been slower than what he expected. It's been a lot of work that he has to do, but he's 35 years old, man. He still
Wow,
feels
he's
like
that
he's the
old now.
champ.
Holy shit,
Yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy, huh?
man.
I mean, nobody's getting younger, man. That's the thing. But he still has a little time to get in there and do it. And he said he feels like he's the champ. He left at a high level and he wants to get back at a high level. But fuck, man, you get your knee
You
done.
know, he lost the title, man. He was at that level, but he did lose. He wasn't the champ when he walked away, was he? He got knocked out.
Yeah, right. He got knocked out, but he feels like he was at the top of the game.
I think he cut down too low.
Yeah, dude, he looked like a skeleton. He looked like a skeleton, man.
145. Was it 35 or 45? It was 35,
I
right?
think it was at 35s. Yeah.
35. That's his weight. 25 is too fucking low.
Yeah, it's little.
35. I would love to see him and Cruz go at it again.
Oh man, that'd be a great fight. I think he'd beat Dominic Cruz for sure.
I don't know anymore. I thought he was going to beat him the last time, but I kind of thought he won that fight.
I'd like to see TJ and Faber in combat jiu-jitsu.
Well, I'd like to see them fight for real, man. That's the fight that never happened. That should have happened.
What about Dwayne and Faber?
I mean, Dwayne's a lot older, isn't he, than Faber?
A little bit older, yeah.
But a lot bigger.
I didn't bring it up to Dwayne when he was on last week because I don't know, it's like fucking tired of talking about Faber with Dwayne. But one of the things that Faber had recently said, he talked about their whole split and how Dwayne, how Faber said that he would, whenever he got bonus money, right? Like if a fighter won a bonus, that they would also give Dwayne a cut of the bonus. And it wasn't traditional. Normally the coach just gets a cut of the pay, but not the bonus pay or fight of the night or anything like that. But they were doing it anyway. And then at some point, Faber stopped doing it. And Dwayne was like, yo, where's my money? This is according to Faber and what I read. I don't know how accurate that is, but that was kind of the root of it. And Faber was basically like, dude, you got it twisted. Like, that's not your money. I was just giving you extra. I don't have to do that. I'm a really good guy and I want to help you.
But then what happened to Buckles then? Why did that go south?
I have no explanation for that. And maybe Dwayne was worth the goddamn money because they seemed to do really, really well when Dwayne came out. Like there was a massive turnaround. They did
well with Dwayne. They did well with Buckles, and they haven't done as good since.
Not exactly. Yeah, you're right about that. The other team that's pretty damn good is AKA out of San Jose. Like, there's so many high level guys training there, and they've been there for a long time now. Like AK has been a formidable team for a while now, dude. We're talking.
I think the Khabib and all the Russians infused into that place too gave it extra life.
Oh, for sure it did. It gave it a massive extra life because they probably, with the retiring of Cormier, that was probably their last. And Kane, but those were the big names on the. I'm sure there's other guys I'm not thinking of, but those seem Rockhold. Like all these guys were kind of on the downswing, and then you got Khabib out there just wrecking shop.
Koscheck did really good after he left, AKA
0-7. You got to do that's better than any of the Ultimate Fighter series is the ones they did on Javi Mendez and
that wasn't even the Ultimate Fighter. I think that was another show. The one
no, it wasn't. About. Right. It was a different show. Yeah.
It was really, what was that called? That was so good.
It was, I don't know, but it was better than the Ultimate Fighter. It was awesome. It was only one season. It was so great.
Koscheck was so pissed when Javi saw. Let me ask you a question, Josh. How's your team doing right now?
Oh man, he was mad. Yeah. Koscheck got really, really arrogant for a minute there, man. Like he had his own plane. He was bragging about how much money he was making. He was talking about his house and his cars and all these things. And he, never won a fight again after that, or went like 0-7 or something. It was pretty wild, like crazy wild, which sucks to be that guy. But that's how the fight game is. I think like if you're not in the right place with the right people, I think it's hard to stay successful.
Wrong place, wrong people, wrong fights. It's a tough game.
Yeah.
Man.
Wrong attitude, wrong approach, most likely. I don't know. it's a hard game. It's easy to sit back on the side and talk about it. It's another thing to get out there and 100% just get out there and do it. Dude, the 49ers lost today, man.
That was a tough one, man. I felt, I went so crazy that I didn't do it. I stopped myself, but I was just gonna beat my kids and the dog and my girlfriend. But then I was like, I came to my senses.
It wasn't hard for me. Now that I'm a fair weather bandwagon fan, it's really easy to get really excited, and then when they lose, just go, yeah, but I don't like them that much anyway anymore, and just turn it off and go do something else.
Well, I mean, that game was like a fight almost, like watching two guys fight, but it was, a game.
Oh yeah, I like the drama of a sports game. Like I kind of forgot how much I missed that, but I don't like the whole I'm gonna be mad for the next 3 months because my team lost. Like it's so fucking stupid. I'm way past that now, way past it. So now I can just watch it and be like, "Go Niners! Are they lost? Who fucking cares, man? I like fighting anyway." Like that's not my primary thing anymore. I want to watch guys fight. That's what I want to watch.
I was going to tell you a story. This is starting to give me a lot of anxiety. So I went to the store with Mrs. MF and getting stuff, beers and stuff for the game. And I am pushing the cart, and her purse is in the cart.
Okay.
Now she's got this gargantuous purse with a million things in it, and it wasn't good enough that I was standing by the cart. I had to be touching the cart at all times, or somebody might steal the purse.
Oh, okay, Grandma Dodo.
And I get anxiety over this because I can't stay by a goddamn cart. I let go, and I can't handle the responsibility of pushing the cart if her goddamn purse is inside of the fucking cart.
Right.
It's ruining us.
Okay, so what happens?
Well, what happens is I stop pushing the cart.
She gets upset.
Then she gets upset because she's got to push the giant cart with all the stuff in it.
Oh yeah, because you're not protecting the purse. Why don't you carry the purse?
Because it's giant.
Why is it so big?
Ask her that question.
That's what she said. I don't know, man. Yeah, women in their purses are like, a purse is like the first iteration of the phone. You know how people are very touchy about their phone? Like, don't look at my phone. Don't log into my phone. That's my phone. Don't fuck with my phone. Don't look at my photos.
What you're saying is, don't look at my porn. Don't look at my hidden photos that I kept. Don't look at pictures of my dick.
My communication.
Pictures of my ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, but that's all shit that in the past would have just been in your head and nobody had access to that. But now it's on a little device and it's like stored for you and people can look at it and read it, which they would never expect to be able to read your thoughts or know every conversation you had. But anyway, the purse is the first kind of pass at that. Like, oh, protect my purse. Well, what's in your purse? All the important stuff is in the purse. Like all the money, the keys, the checks, the things you don't want to lose, the drugs, the pills, guns. It's all in the purse, man. You can't lose the purse. The purse is a big, 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 big deal to a woman. It's very, very big. But you can't lose it. What about the move where she wants you to hold it? Oh, can you hold this real quick while I go to the bathroom?
Yeah, right.
How do you hold it when you hold it?
I don't hold it. I've never held a purse.
I grab it like I'm holding a bag, like a garbage bag, and I hold it down by my side. I don't you can't put it on your shoulder. That's
I say, I'm sorry. If I do this, I'm taking a step in the wrong direction.
You don't want that to happen, huh?
I'll get laid less. You'll tell me more. No, you'll tell me no way more often. I got to keep it at a certain standard in order to keep the things the way that they're going.
That's right. That's what you're trying to get, right?
I'm telling you.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I kind of know what you mean. My wife crossed the line with me, man. My wife is a prolific backseat driver, like prolific, man.
No,
not
Mrs. Freeman.
She pulled a new one, a next level move, man. She was following me in her car, and I was in my Prius in front of her, and she called me on the phone to backseat drive to tell me what I was doing wrong.
Oh my God.
And
that's when you should be able to go through the phone.
No,
I'm just kidding.
I stopped and I said, this is at an all-time high now. Like this is the new level of backseat driving. And I think you're out of your mind, bitch. No, she laughed pretty hard when I told her, like, this is kind of ridiculous. Don't you think? You can't backseat drive from another vehicle. Like, that's a whole nother level of fucked up, right?
Yeah.
Pretty good though. So anyhow, yeah, man, I'm stoked, dude. A lot of big shit coming up. When's your next wrestling match coming, man?
The 5th of next month in Modesto, California for the TWF. Check that out on their YouTube, Total Wrestling Federation. It's going to be myself, the Big MF, versus another guy in the Northern California punk ass bitch pro wrestling world who's almost as hated as I am. A little bit, maybe, I don't know. Nobody likes neither one of us. And I don't really like this guy that much either. I don't like a lot of people in pro wrestling anymore.
Sure.
A bunch of fucking pussies, bitches,
Marks.
like,
Yeah.
I'm tired of a lot of the bullshit. I'm basically going to do whatever the fuck I want to do because I don't think these cocksucking little bitches can stop me. Tony Vargas is not one of those guys. He's a tough dude. But we're going to have a dog collar match. It's going to be a thick motherfucking chain. And I'm going to hit him with it. And he's going to hit me with it. And most likely we're both going to fucking bleed. I'm just getting over fucking COVID, so that part kind of sucks. I don't know what kind of gas I'm going to have in a dog collar match. We'll see. But, man, I'm ready to fucking have a violent fucking match. 100%.
Well, I can't wait, man. Is it going to be online? Is there a way
you will be able to check it out? It'll come out on YouTube later. I'll let you guys know. But if message me if you want tickets. It's gonna be gnarly. I could get hurt in this motherfucker. I could walk away fucked up.
Yeah, you might.
But you know what? I'm 47 years old. I don't know how much longer I got, so I'm gonna do some crazy shit. So we're gonna fuck each other up.
Well, me too. And I feel like that's the way to live, man. You don't have that much time, and when it's done, it's done. So you may as well get the fuck out there and do it and hustle your ass out while you're doing it, man.
I mean, this guy called himself the last gangster in the game, and I kind of think that, motherfucker, I'm a gangster too in this motherfucker. So let's fucking find out who the real last gangster is.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to watching that one, man. That's going to be fun to check out. I want to remind our listeners that they can subscribe to the podcast on iTunes, leave a rating, leave a review. I would rather you subscribe to our YouTube channel, Inside BJJ. This is all on video. You could watch this shit. If you go to youtube.com/Inside BJJ, you could watch the episodes. We got video and all kinds of shit going on there. So check that out. We need to bump up that subscriber list. We need to get 1,000 subscribers on there. So you need to fucking get your shit together, Jiu-Jitsu world. Let's go. Also, you can subscribe on Spotify. I think that's the big money move now. And so, whatever that means. But we're on Spotify. You can check it out there. If you're in Stockton, check out 10th Planet Stockton. If you're in Nashville, check out 10th Planet Nashville. If you want to get your street level fighting up to par and you want to be able to bare knuckle and you want to be able to wrestle and you want to be able to fuck somebody up with fisticuffs, make sure you check out the Big MF. He's ready to help you. Hit him up on Twitter or hit him up on Instagram.
209 Dragon's Den Academy.
209 Dragon's Den Academy. You could hit him up at Big MF 209. Last word before we take off, Matt. What's up?
The pleasure was all yours.